YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Big BB, and we are back for another edition of Big Beard Business. Today we are here with a 2022 release from the house of Valentino, and this one is Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. And here we are. So I'll be the first to admit that I've never had a fantasy about the coral reef, but I digress. Listen, this is your presentation here, black box, and on the inside, you got a little code here that talks about some special rewards, but you know how I feel. Ooh, fuck the box. Do y'all want me to stop doing that? Like, is that old at this point? Can you get enough of fucking the box? I think not. Listen, but for those of you who are new to the Valentino Uomo lineup, specifically the Valentino Uomo Born in Roma series, let me give you a little quick backstory. So obviously the presentations between the original Valentino Uomos and the Born in Roma series are pretty much the same, as you have that spiky bottle, but with the Born in Roma series you have the spikes around the atomizer as well, so that is something to think about. Now this one here is the original Valentino Uomo Born in Roma, and then we have Born in Roma Yellow Dreams, but now my friend we also have Coral Fantasy. Now Coral Fantasy has that darker look and approach, but what did this fragrance actually smell like? Now, unpopular opinion here, when I first sprayed Coral Fantasy, I thought that this fragrance had a slight touch of YSL here, and hear me out here. Okay, so this fragrance opens up with something very familiar as you get a blast of apple. When you think of the apple within this fragrance, think of Greenlee and obviously Y from YSL. Now that fragrance does have a lot of apple there, but it's also paired up with apple. You have that bergamot, and there's also that sage within the scent. And I think that that combination together made them smell similar. But that is very much short-lived as this fragrance begins to shift and turn into a lot more spice. Now, speaking of how those notes come together, let's really talk about what you can expect with this fragrance. Again, in the top here, you can expect that bergamot, that apple, as well as that cardamom. Then you transition into some geranium, some lavender, and again, that sage is there as well. And then in the base here is where you begin to get some switch up, right? You get some amber, you get some tobacco, patchouli, and then there's also some vetiver within this fragrance as well. Now, like the rest of the Born in Roma series, in my opinion, these fragrances take a more modernized approach in terms of what Valentino has offered in fragrances. Now, if you are a fan of the legacy style of Valentino fragrances, then the Born in Roma series of fragrances are not going to be for you, in my humble opinion. Those original fragrances have that darker, richer, more sophisticated approach to fragrances, although these fragrances are said to be that more modernized, sophisticated feel, and I feel there is a touch of sophistication there. But if you are a gentleman that is 35 plus, business professional, then the Born in Roma series may not be the way that you would want to go traditionally. Feel free to get your nose on them. That's my personal take. That stated, my quick synopsis on this fragrance is it opens up fresh, tangy, very nice in my humble opinion, and then it transitions into something that is a little bit different, kind of green, earthly freshness, and then it settles down into something that is warm, sensual, and a little bit inviting there. There's a subtle sweetness that kind of lingers throughout the entire scent, and it's something that I personally find to be enjoyable, and I think generally speaking most people will as well. I was able to go back and forth with this fragrance when wearing it very nicely in terms of what this fragrance did for me, and I think this would work for me in a few different situations. Wear this one casually for sure, or you can wear this one dressed down day in the office. Is this one going to be one that you would kind of gravitate towards for an interview? I think not. Time of day to wear this one, I think daytime or evening would be good for this one. I don't think this is going to be that ultimate clubbing scent. I don't think this is what they were going for. This is going to be nice for close encounter. Maybe you're looking for a casual day where you're going to get a few compliments in. This one here could do it for you for sure. Now, in terms of seasons, spring, summer, winter, fall. I think this could go all year round. Not a heavy winter fragrance. Spring, summer, fall for sure. Maybe transitioning from fall into winter, and then you would transition into maybe something from the original lineup unless they drop something else for us later this year. All in all, I think this is a nice, solid release from the house. And again, if we're thinking of things that are a bit different, yeah, it is, but it's also similar at the same time. It's not anything that's groundbreaking or revolutionary, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're looking for a fragrance that is going to be quite enjoyable, you can wear this one, get decent performance. For me, this one is about 5 to 7 hours of full longevity, but it never really truly goes all the way away. And let me explain what I mean there in terms of how this fragrance projects. For the first hour and a half or so, it's relatively strong. I won't say strong, but it's present, right? And then it begins to dry down and settle just a bit, and it's present, but it has a nice little scent bubble around it, and then it begins to get progressively more into a skin scent. But once it hits that skin scent phase, it's there. If I put my nose there, boom, it is there alive and well. So when I say it never really goes away, that's what I mean. All right, so it's there for that full 5 to 7 hours, and you'll probably get things a little bit differently depending on where you spray. I'm going straight on skin. I get a little bit better performance on clothing, but generally speaking, that's what you can expect with this fragrance, Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. That is a mouthful there, and price point, not bad. You can really get into this one. I got a full size bottle on this one. I say full size, 3.4 100 ml fragrance here, and my son grabbed this one for me, and I think it was like about $100. I think it will get mixed reactions, but overall, I think it's a solid scent. All right. Again, if you're 35 plus, maybe 40 plus, let's go 40 plus on this one, business professional. This one may not be one that you tend to go to, but if you're younger, like a more modernized feel, then this is probably one that you would go for, and that goes for the entire Born in Roma lineup, in my humble opinion. Listen, that's all I have for you guys and girls out there today. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again, and you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.